Me be very honest with you. If you jump straight into AI tools, frameworks, or copy paste Python code, you will never really understand what's happening underneath. In this video, we are not building a toy project, we are building a real Python service. The kind developers write before wrapping it in other frameworks. You will work with real e-commerce API to get data, async code, background task, JSON persistence, and modern Python features like match case, list comprehensions, lambdas, and even the wireless operator, used exactly where professionals use them. No heavy frameworks, no fake examples, no hello world nonsense. This is the missing step between learning Python syntax and actually feeling like, yes, I am a Python developer. If you want AI frameworks and advanced tools to finally make sense, then watch this till the end because this project is the foundation everything else is built on. In this project, we are going to use dummy JSON to get data and store data in JSON format in the file in our project. We are going to use that data to do different tasks like update, or we are going to get data if anything happened or data changed on the website and display data to the user. We are going to use the latest Python concepts like comprehensions, lambda function, or we are going to use enumerate, and we are going to structure that project in such a way that we are going to build an API on the base of this. In the next upcoming videos, we will make this project into an API, Django API. We will use a front end and make it in real world scenario. So this project is a base of our upcoming project, and by using this project you will understand the latest and modern basic concepts. This project is structured in this way that if we update one thing, we don't have to change every line of code or everything. It is based on professional and real world scenario projects. After this video, you will understand how main or modern basic concepts work and how we structure our project. Now let's jump into the VS Code. I have created the project folder price tracker and opened in VS Code. So first of all, now let's go to our terminal. We are using git bash and we have to install two libraries which we are going to use in this project. One is requests and other is httpx. As we are going to use the virtual environment which is built in Python to install our packages. So if you don't know what is virtual environment and how it is set up and why we use virtual environment, I have created video on in detail. The link is in the description. You can go and watch how to create virtual environment and how to activate virtual environment as the virtual environment is created. So after creating this, we have to activate the virtual environment. There is a little difference in command to activate on Windows or to activate on Mac or Linux. As I am on Windows, I will use this command. If you don't know what is command to activate on Mac, I have mentioned the video in description in detail. So you can watch and see how it works. So as you can see, VENV, it tells us that we have successfully activated the virtual environment. Now let's install our two libraries using pip install. First is request. It is used to fetch the data from our live website, which we are going to fetch data in our project using these two libraries. So hit enter. So our both two libraries are successfully installed. So now let's go to VS Code and create a project structure. Project structure is very important in Python or in any programming language or in any project, as when we want to add more functionality, more features, or upscale the project, it helps us, or it don't create any difficulty. So first file we needed in this project is main.py. It is the main entry point of our script. We will write the code which runs the script in this main.py. The next file is api.py. This file, in this file, we will write the logic to fetch data from the API. I will show you in just a minute which API or from which website we are going to fetch data. So the next file we are going to create is storage. In this file, we will write the logic to store our data in the database. In this project, we are going to use JSON to store data in and use that data later on. So next file we are going to create is tracker.py. This file is we will write all the functions in this file which will perform operations on storage.py and return data in our required format or structure. Next file we are going to create is cli.py file. In this file we will write our main entry point loop, or you can say the menu which will be displayed to the user to select an option and it will display the output to the user. So we just need one more file, config.py, config.py. What this file will do? This file will hold all the our configuration settings or constants in this file. So we have to separate our all roles or all the code in each file. So whenever we want to upgrade or upscale our project, it will be easy. And if suppose we after 1 year or 6 months we see our code, we understand it easily. If we write all this code in one file, it will not look nice, and it will be very difficult for us to understand and upgrade that code. So now we want to create a folder data. In this folder, we are going to create another file. We will name it products.json. This file will help us to store the products in JSON format, and we are going to use these products in fetch from the website and store in this products.json file. So first of all, let's go to configuration file and set up our configuration file and what we and how our configuration file will work and what we are going to do this. Now let's a little bit zoom in so you can see clearly and easily. Now let's first our imports which we are going to use in this file from pathlib, and next we are going to use base directory. We are going to get the source code or location of our base directory where this file is located. Next we are going to use data directory and where the data folder is created, and we get the location of that directory. So next let's make sure it is a bit little handling or error handling, or make sure to that the data folder is existed in that directory. If that does not exist, it will create our folder in our base directory. Now we want to get the path of our products file where our products will be stored, and that will be stored in products.json. Just make sure to write it correctly or spell it correctly. If you don't spell it correctly, it will just throw error and it will make our work a little bit complicated. So to get the API URL, we are going to set and store that URL in API_URL constant. This is the website from where we will get the data, dummyjson.com. From this website, we will get the data about products and store in our script and fetch data. As you can see, we have ID, title, description, and many other data like rating, stock, price, and all other. But we do not need all this data. We are going to just use title, category, and price in this project. So now let's define this path by Let first of all copy, select and control C, copy and open VS Code and API URL control V. This API URL, whenever in our code we want to access that link, we just write API URL. Or if we need to change that, let's suppose in few days or after few days we decided that we will not use dummy JSON, we will use real website or some other website. We just need to change the address. All other logic will stay intent and in one place. If we place wherever we require URL, we have to change in all places. So it is a good practice to write your configuration or constants in one file. So when you upgrade your project or upscale your project, it will just help you to update. So we need another constant price drop threshold. We will use 0.0, but it will do, it will just, we will use this price drop threshold in our project, that up to that instant, if that price drops, just update the price of our products stored in data. So as we have set up our configuration file, first of all, we need to write a code to fetch the data from our API, which we discussed as dummy JSON we are going to use in this project. So first of all, we just need our imports we are going to use in this. We are going to use import HTTPX. We have installed that in our terminal, in our virtual environment as in the beginning. We are from typing, we are going to use list and dictionary. From config, we are going to use our API URL that we have defined in our config file. So now we need a async function. Async function, just async function, what it will do? It will receive nothing. It will not get any input, but just it will return dictionary in the form of list. So this function will have async. We open the connection using httpx.async client as a client. We are going for await. We are going to use await to get all the data or all the result stream stored in our response. So as you can see, we are using API URL here. We will use in some other things as well, but that will help us. So if we change our URL, we have to change it at just one place. So we have written an async function which opens our connection and closes it automatically, as we have discussed in previous class how to open connection and stream data, and by using with keyword it automatically closes that data. So next we are going to convert our response into JSON format. So now we are going to just get the products from our data and storing data in our data variable. As for now, all the JSON data, all the data like title, description, price, discount price, rating, stock, all will be stored in product variable. So we do not want to get all the data. We just want the ID, title, price, and category from it. So what we will do? We will truncate all the other data and store in this our list. So for this we will use a loop, for loop product. In products, we will run this loop on products, and we just normalized dot append product dot get ID, name and price, and instead of in stock we are going to use category. So what we will do, we will just, let's suppose name it CATEGOR category, and what it will product dot get category. So it will just store all the data, required data, and now we will return normalized. What it will do, it will just pass the data and get a name, price, category, and ID, and all other information or all of the data will be stored. Just make sure we can use just to get the data. We don't need to use get. It will make error, or it will just for easy for us to do that in this way. In this way, we are going to access the keys or keys and get the value of that key value pair. So we don't need to write dot, we just write products ID, product name, product price, and product category, and it will just show us and give us the value of our name, price, category, and ID. So far we have created our configuration file, we have created our API. It will get the data from our API using async function, and we are using httpx.async client, and we are returning that data, truncate all other irrelevant data, and we will use ID, name, price, and category. So now let's go to our next file and write our few functions in storage file. How we are going to store our data, and what data we are going to store and what we are not going to store. So let's close this sidebar and let's first write our first imports. We are going to using, first of all, we are going to import JSON. Next, from we are going to use typing, and in typing we are just need list and dictionary. We don't need any other data type. So from path, lib import path. So next, from config we need our product file path. So for that we are going to use from config import what we have named that product products underscore file. Just make sure that name is correct. As we can see, as we can go to config file and say products underscore file, the name is correct one here. So from config we are going to use products file. So now we just want to load data. We'll write the logic in our storage. Load data from JSON file and save data to JSON file. So for that we just need two functions. Let's close this sidebar and define two functions. Define load underscore products, and that will return list and dictionary. Now let's pause. What we are going to write? First we say if not, we have to check and make sure that if that file exists or not. If product dot underscore file dot exists not, it returns empty array. It will not return anything. If that file exists, we are going to open that file, open product file in read mode as a file, and we are going to use another encoding that is equal to UTF-8. It will mention that what encoding method is in our file. So we open and we return JSON.load file. It will load our file and return that data. This file is the entry point, and by using with we automatically close this. So next we define a function def underscore products, and what this function will do, it will receive and products list of dictionary and return none. And next with open, we open the products underscore file path. We open it in W mode, which is write mode, as a file, and JSON.dump products file, and indentation we are going to put L4. So whatever we pass the data to it, it will just write it in our products.json file. So we have written the logic and way to how to store data into our JSON file. So now let's go to our tracker and write our few functions here we needed to perform. In what we need to perform, let's open tracker, close this sidebar. First of all, we need to have some imports. So from typing, we are going to import list and dictionary. So we don't need any from dictionary. From storage, we have created already file. From storage, we are going to import. What we are going to import, we have created two functions there: load products and save underscore products. You can just verify that we have created these both functions in our storage.py. Load products and save products. We are just going to import in our tracker.py and use that to perform operations of that function. So we are also going to from config import the threshold thing we defined, price underscore drop underscore threshold. This constant variable we defined in our configuration settings, and now we are going to use that. So first of all, we will write a function to update the products file. So update products, but it is going to get the new data list and return none. We're not going to return anything, it just get the data and update it. So return none. We'll just remove these comments. It has automatically generated the code. Let's see how this code is generated. Is it correct or incorrect? If it is not correct, we will just identify and remove it. So first of all, we are going to load the products. So load products, we are going to use this existing products dictionary. Product ID is column product for product, and we are going to in existing products. This is very easy way to get products and store in our existing products. We just don't need them. We are going to remove these three code of lines. So in this code, first we need just get the old products. We just rename it to existing, or we can just say whatever we want to say, old products. We just name it into according to our things. So when we just let's remove these and rewrite it in our own way, or in by naming in our own syntax. So we are going to get the old products PID product. We have named it dot product. We have named it just P for loop. It will iterate all through for loop and load products. So load products, and it will create a new dictionary of all the IDs of that product. So updated, we just create an empty list for now, and now we are going to store data to our empty list for product in old new products. What is new products? Let me just write it new underscore products colon. Here we have defined new data. Instead of new data, we just name it new products list dictionary. Now for loop, what we are going to do, first of all, old underscore price, that will be equal to old underscore products dot get product ID, and we are going to just get the price. So what we are going to do, we're not going to write this float in, we don't need it. We're just going to get the price of our old products and store it in. So next we need product old price, old underscore price, that will be equal to old price. Next, what we are going to do, we just the update dot append, and we are going to name it product. So in this way, if there is a file price change in our product, we are just going to update that price if that threshold is that. So first we get all the products by ID and we get the value of that products. Then we replace the old price with new price and updated that product and created a new. And now we are going to just save that products in our library. So next function we are going to do is we are going to check for the price drop, and if the price is drop, we will get the new price, updated price. So first of all, get underscore price underscore drops, and what it will return, it will just return as a list of dictionaries. First we need products is equal to load products. Next we are going to get the drop. So first products is equal to load underscore products, and next we are going to use our create an empty array product. So now we iterate through all the products for product in products, the products we loaded from our JSON list. So what we are going to do, old is equal to product dot get all price, and now what new product price. So if that price is changed, then we are going to get the new price. So we write function if old is not none and new is less than old, then what we are old minus what we are going to do, the price drop threshold. So drop if the new price, updated price is not equal to, is not none, and also new price less than the old minus price threshold, then we are going to just drops dot append that product, and we are going to return, we are going to just out of that group the drop product list of products that have drops, list price is dropped. So next function we are going to use get all the list of products in our database. So it received none, but it returned dictionary, and we are just going to call that load products function. So in this storage file, we have defined three functions. One is update product. The second one is get price. If the price of that product drops on the website, it will check, and if that is as compared to our threshold, it is less than, it will just update that data in our JSON file. And the third function we defined so far is list product. It will just display all the products list in our list product in our JSON file. So far we have just created the storage file, the tracker file. Next we have to open we have done the functionality part, but so far user cannot see anything or user cannot do anything. So to apply their functionality, we will open the cli.py file, close that sidebar. In this file, we are going to generate a menu for the user. User selects that option, and we perform that function according to that selected function by the user. So first of all, we have first import async from. Now let's from API, we are going to use from import From API, we are going to the function fetch underscore products. This function we have defined. As you can see now, let's go to API file, and as we have created the function fetch data, we will just import that. So just name it correctly, otherwise it will show an error. So next we are going to import functions we have created in tracker. What we have created in tracker, we have created get price drop, list products, and update products. We are just going to import and use this in our CLI. Whenever user selects that function, we are just going to write functionality to call that function we have written in tracker. So from tracker, import what we are going, first we are going to import update products. Next we are going to import get what we have named that. Just go to tracker and see what is the name of that function. Get price drops. This function get price underscore drops. Next we are going to use our third function. The name of our third function is list products. It will just list all the products in our JSON database. So now as we have imported all, so we have the list of products, but we don't know how to display data to the user. So for that we are going to define a function print underscore products, but it will get the products and display that to our user. So for that we are going to use for loop for index and product. We are going to use enumerate. This is a very powerful function to perform different tasks on it. So what it is going to do? It defines an index and use the key value of that value. It is a modern way to write code. In this code, so far we have only used the ways we are going to use in our modern projects. So first of all, we are going to use f string to show index and product name and product title and product price. Now let's go for index EEND index, that will be equal to, let's suppose to just align it right. Next we are going to just product, but we are going to first title, that will be product title. And next what we are going to display, we are just for alignment, not to just make it look nice, we are just writing it in this way. In this way we create another f string, f price, just spell it right. Just make an habit to write all these all the f strings or all the functions in this way. What we will get in this way? In this way, we are going to make it easy for us to whenever we want to add something or it reads, it enhance the readability of our product. So what we are going to do next, here I think we have misspelled and comma. Now next, now here and again we are going to use this. So here this, and we are just need to append another f string. So next our f string, what will it do? It will just show the category of our product. Category is equal to category colon product category. So it will just display the product category of our product. Remove this comma, move it one space up. We don't need these commas. So this function we have defined so far, it is just display product title by displaying the index of that value. We are using enumerate function of Python. It is available in the latest of the Python versions. In this project so far, we have used all the latest trends for all the latest needs of our modern. We are not writing a code that is outdated. We are writing a code that is updated. So now we are going to define an async function. Async function to track or for update command. So define underscore command, and what it will do. Now let's suppose we have removed this for now. It auto generates code. In the start of your career, don't try to get in a habit of that to auto generating. When you understand how code works and how it happens, we will use a later stage of that of our this course. So we know how. First we need to focus on the basics of our Python and all other upcoming videos. So whenever we have strong basics, we understand if any error occur. So we are going to call our function update products by passing the products. So after that we are just product data updated successfully. So this function, what it will do, it will update the project. First it will show the print message, then it will just fetch data, call the update products function, and then display the print message. So if the price get drops, now we have to call the function or write a function to call that our drop price functionality. So what it will do, let's name it price underscore drops underscore command underscore and colon, hit enter, drops is equal to get underscore price underscore drops. Call that function. If not drop, no price drops and returns. As we don't need to write. Okay, just wait a minute. Here we are going to, if not drops, no price drops detected, it just return. As it is just going to, we are going to print a message. As the message will be, we use n to price drops detected. As the price drop is detected, we also have to now display the products whose prices drop or detected. For product in drops, this drop get the products of that file. So now what we are going to display, we are just going to display the print the, so title, old price and new price. We don't need this. We just need to display title, and we are going to display the product old price and what is the old price, and now the next is new price. So we are going to display this in this way, like an arrow. The old price is this product old price $, and the new price is a $, and product price. So this is the updated price and this is the old price of that product. So far we have defined three functions. The first is to print the product, second is to update product, and the third is price drops. If the price drops, then what it is going to do. Now let's write our function to define or to show the menu to the user. So it will be called in our main function. Basically it is our starting point of our this script. So we are going to, first of all, we are going to just print the message, print welcome to product price tracker. And next we are going to use while loop. In previous code or in previous two videos, we have used if else to show the code to our show the menu to our user. But in this video, we are going to use the latest and the most effective way and the most trending or the latest feature of our Python. So products colon is equal to input, and now we are going to just while input, but we are going to display the message to the user. It is just enter command. What command to enter? Enter command. It have different options. So first, let's put list, update, drops, list, update, drops, and exit. Command is equal to and exit. So we don't need this. We are going to write this. What it will do? It is wireless operator. It executes this function input, gets input, and store that in our command. So what it will do? Strip is going to exclude all the spaces after or before list, update, drops, or exit. Lower, but it is going to do that if we suppose enter I or S or T or L, any letter of our list capital, it will automatically do that into our small letters, and so we don't need to worry or check different letters. Let's suppose user enter L capital by mistake. In previous code, we use if else statements, but in this code we are not going to use if else. We are going to use a bit modern or latest in Python, that is match. The problem with if else is that if we let's suppose we have 3 or 4 if else, but suppose we have 20 if else. It will execute every if else in every iteration. But what match will do? Match just make our code to execute quickly, as whenever the match case is matched, it ignores all others and execute only that part. So we are going to match command list. What we are going to list? List is equal to products is equal to list underscore products and comma, and next we are going to check whether if there is products in the list or not. If there is no products in the list, then we are just going to display the message if no products tracked. If there are products tracked, we are just going to call the function print products and pass that products we get from our user. So what we are going to display products. So we are going to pass that products into this. So now let's write it in our else part, so we do not have to include a return statement in this. If no products, the message will be displayed. If there are products, then all the products will be displayed using the print product function which we have created in this file. It is going to call print products and display all the products. Our next case is update. So let's suppose now it want to update the product. What we are going to do? We are just going to call async.run update command. We are just going to run that function update command which we have created in this file. This is the function. It is going to execute if the user selects the update case. Now the next case for us is next situation is it is going to check for drops. If there is price drop, it is going to call that function we have created, price drops command. So now we have one more case or situation when the user enters the exit option. We are just going to display the message and break our code. If break our code and now break our code, and if let's suppose if the user do not have entered any options of our code, then we are going to just print the message unknown command, please try again. So in this CLI.py, we have created the three functions: product, print products, update command, and price drops command. And we have created an menu for our user. In menu, we have called these functions. So far we have fetched the data from the user, store in our JSON file, and perform different operations. But we do not have an entry point. So for the entry point, we have created the file main.py. Let's close this sidebar, and this main file is going to be very easy, and we write the simple few line of code, but it will be our main point of our code. So in this file, we are going to from CLI import start underscore CLI. This function we have created in which the menu is displayed to the user. So we are going to define a main function, and in main function we just simply going to start CLI. So if underscore name main is equal to main, why we are using this constructor? So whenever the user runs this script from Python, it then check for the nameplate either is it main or not. If it is main, it is going to call the main function. Now let's suppose we have another hundreds of line of code here. If we just call it from another file or import this main file, then this code will not be executed. This is just to show the best practice of it. So now let's go to terminal and check this how it works out. So let's first of all a bit zoom in so you can clearly see what is going to happen. So to execute our code, we have Python main.py, hit enter. Just make sure you are in the same directory and your environment is active. If environment does not active, it will display error. So it is displaying us our enter command, list, update, drop. So let's suppose first of all we are going to display list. So it has displayed the list of products we have in our file. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and all these numbers and all files are listed below. Just keep an eye on it. Our first product is mascara, large princess, and second is eyeshadow palette with mirror. So now let's suppose if we select the update and let's see how it works. It is displaying fetching latest products updated successfully. So if suppose now we want to see the list of article or updated products, hit enter. So what it is displayed, it has now displayed the new files. As we can see, all the price are updated, all the products are latest. If the products change, then this new list will be displayed. So now let's suppose we selected drops, no price drops detected. This functionality will work whenever we have the change in the price. If no price change in the price, then this message will be displayed. So now we just display our hit enter for exit, and it says display the message goodbye. So that is our simple project in which we fetch the products from the website and displayed and stored in our terminal and stored in JSON format. In this project, we have created a price tracker to fetch price from our dummy JSON online website. we store that data into JSON file and do different operations on it. In the next upcoming videos, we are going to discover what is Django, what is how to write an REST API. We will just update this project to a full working RESTful API. If you like this video, do like, subscribe, and wait for upcoming next videos. There is a private Facebook community group in the link. If you want to join that community where I share other thoughts and give assignments and any problem if someone face, I personally help them out to solve this. You can join this community in the link is in the description. See you in the next video.